do. Oliver Slope is with Blue Line Futures. Okay, as the weather turns, Oliver, maybe some seasonal tendencies?
Maybe some seasonal tendencies around the corner. Historically, December is a fairly friendly month for the corn and soybean market. Whether or not that plays true, again, this year is to be determined. But we're starting to see, a little bit of a mixed bag this morning, which is certainly better than how we started the overnight and very early morning trade, where we were largely lower across the board. But starting to see some green on the screen, which is nice to see. Looking at that March corn contract, we're basically just in a wedge between the October highs and the October lows, and just kind of waiting for new news to give us direction towards the upper end of that range or to the lower end of that range. I'm a little bit more friendly on the corn market. Demand has been very strong. We just need to get out above some technical levels, I think, for that March contract. 440 to 442 is going to be a big barrier. If we can get out above there, I wouldn't be surprised to see some technical tailwinds help that seasonality come to life through the month of December.
Okay, let's look at wheat for just a moment. We normally just talk about the future side of this, but there's an option side as well. Is that something you watch?
Yeah, we keep a very close eye on the options market, and wheat has just been beaten and battered. It's been in a clear downtrend of lower highs and lower lows, but that March contract is still defending those August lows at 542, so that is a little bit of a silver lining. If you want to play to the upside, I think the options are a great way to do that, especially for a counter trend trade. Volatility in the wheat market is relatively low, so that makes options a little bit more affordable. So looking at calls or call spreads, if you want that upside exposure, I think is a good way to look at the wheat market. There's been a lot of headwinds for this market, the stronger dollar, bigger crops coming out of Australia. A lot of that bad news potentially factored in. If this market can catch a few breaks and friendly headlines, I think there's some room to the upside there.
All right, speaking of upside, I keep thinking we've found the top to the hog market, but we'll come back in just a moment and dig into that. Market Day Report continues to move higher. Oliver Slopes with Blue Line Futures. I guess don't listen to me, because I thought we'd run it as far as we could.
Well, you and me both. We've had a heck of a run in the lean hog market, and it's far exceeded my expectations. We had a big reversal on Wednesday and then some weakness on Friday, but that weakness that we saw in the back half of last week really hasn't translated into weakness here to start a new month of trade, as the bulls continue to defend their very large net long position from the funds. Now, $86, that was previous resistance in the first half of November. That's going to be a big support pocket here through the start of December. If that gives way, potentially that's the catalyst where you see a little bit of profit taking and long liquidation pressure this market back down towards the low end of the recent range, which just comes in at 82. But yeah, I mean, you're right that the lean hog market has just been, I guess you can say, pigs fly. It has far exceeded my expectations, that's for sure.
Okay, you mentioned long liquidation on the hog side, but what about the cattle side? Is that something you're watching?
Yeah, the funds are aggressively long live cattle, feeder cattle, and lean hogs. And if you combine those three, it's a record net long position for those three. So there is some concern of long liquidation. Due to last week's Thanksgiving holiday, we didn't get an updated commitment to traders report. That's been delayed and will be released this afternoon. So it'll be interesting to see an updated position there. I'd imagine funds are, long 120, 130,000 live cattle contracts, which is definitely towards the upper end of the range and does leave that risk of long liquidation open if we see this cash market or other fundamentals subside a little bit.
Oliver, it's always great to visit with you, and we'll see you back here on Thursday. It's Oliver Slope, Blue Line Futures. Oliver.